And welcome back to Adobe Live UK, live on a Friday morning / afternoon, depending on where you're joining us from. And today I am joined by the one and only photographer, digital artist, and person with shoes. It's Sean Koser.
I do not have shoes on right now. I apologize.
Me neither. All right. And of course, as always, we're joined by our wonderful audience at home. And today we're joined by, among others, Andreas and Barrett and Caroline and Frank and Gareth and Jack and Jackie and Linda and Madeline and Nosh and Oliver and so on and so on. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We're really happy to have you. And today we have planned a great stream for you. It's all about the community hour because, if you didn't know, Sean has been or is a member of the community since, well, forever, right? Just...
Oh, okay. You're putting me on the spot already.
Could we have the exact date, please? Thank you very much.
Oh, July 11th, 2018.
There we go. So, like I said, forever. All right. No shoes, no pants, no streaming. What? Steve. Okay. By the way, before I forget, on Monday, we won't have a stream, just so you know. Steve. No stream on the UK and US, but we still have a German stream, so just that. Okay, so, Sean, what are we doing today? What are you going to talk about? Tell the people.
I think just to start with, I want to give you a heads up of who I am. And then I'd like to talk about the community.
That sounds like a great plan. So, Sean, who are you?
That's a tough question right there.
We're going to find out today.
Maybe. Well, the interesting thing, so dealing with the community, I have always moved around a lot. And that is one thing that I've never really had is a type of community. And especially when I've gotten into photography, the closest photography store was over an hour away from my house. So it was very difficult. And my photography paid for it. And even when I joined the New York Institute of Photography, because I thought my photography was getting stagnant, the happiest part was when they had mentors looking at your photos, giving you feedback, and I loved it. So let me recap really quick. When I first got into photography, I was in Germany for the first time. So not speaking the language very well, and photography is technical. You really have to have the technical language to deal with photography. And I didn't have it. So when I went back to the States, I joined a camera club, which was wonderful. It was the first sense of community. I made a few friends, and then we moved back to Germany. So the moment I got back to Germany, I started working with a studio, a portrait studio. So I had my own business and I was working with a portrait studio in Mainz. And that was amazing. It was great. And so I was doing a lot of portraits. I was doing all my travel photography, and then lockdown hit. So no portraits, no travel, and I had absolutely no clue what to do. And right before lockdown, I started just getting into like the DCCs, and I think you introduced, Tim, you introduced me to the German string.
Just quickly, DCC means Daily Creative Challenge, for those who don't know.
Yes. And so there is a bug, like, what is going on? Okay, sorry about that.
Try to report it, maybe, to Adobe, the bug.
I should. That's a good point. So do you want to switch over to my screen really quick?
Yes, but before we do that, just quickly, if you're watching this anywhere but on Behance, do make sure to come on over to behance.net/Adobe Live. That's where we are reading the chat, and that's where you can ask questions. So come on over to behance.net/Adobe Live. All right. Now.
That's if you were watching it on YouTube. If you're already watching it on Behance, stay where you're at.
I mean, you can still come over. You will be greeted by the same page.
But you said if you're watching it on Behance.
Anywhere but on Behance.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Point Tim.
Okay. Right. So let's jump on over to your screen. So we're looking at your Behance right now. Behance.net/Kozel.
Yes. And as you scroll all the way down to the bottom, this was absolutely such a game changer for me to get into these Behance challenges. And I thought I was okay at Photoshop. Oh my gosh. The most important thing is you have no idea what you don't know until you know it. And this has, did you get that, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tim, just last time we talked, I had to fire my art director. He was Captain America, and so I demoted him. He gave me some bad advice. And so my new art director, I don't know if you know who that is.
Well, hang on, let me just make the camera a bit bigger so people can see. There we are. I don't know, is that a Gareth Voodoo doll?
Oh!
For all the After Effects mentions.
Point 2 for Tim. Okay. Yeah, chat got it, Mr. Bill.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, so all of the instructors getting into Photoshop, the DCCs, the Photoshop DCCs was just amazing. And then everybody in chat was so helpful. It was so great. Then on top of that, you throw in the Discord where you're asking questions, you're getting feedback. It was just, I didn't realize that I wanted a community that bad until I found it. And without the Adobe Live, the Adobe Live UK, the Adobe Live German, the Adobe Live French, and there's others, Australia. I don't think I would have stayed mentally sane during lockdown.
Well, the good news is even with Adobe Live, you won't stay mentally sane, as you can see. If you have a look at me.
Good point. Point taken. So just to give a small, quick plug of myself, on my Behance, you will find links that will take you to my website, and you can check out some of my past work. And the majority of work on these profiles, portfolios are pre-pandemic. They're still okay, but it's one of those things that I want to go back and re-edit a lot of my old work. And you'll also notice that if you go to the Adobe stock, my portfolio there, it's very different than my other portfolios because you have to license. You have to make sure about having your model releases, your property releases. So it was quite difficult to get this whale to sign a model release, but I did, and Adobe stock accepted it. So it was a little smudged, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's kind of me thrown together, I guess.
Right.
And as of now, it's hard for me to really consider myself just a photographer. Yes, that's where the majority of my money comes from, my business, which I appreciate. But it feels as if I'm doing more design art, not design art, that's the wrong word, digital art and compositing than I am actually photographing. So hopefully I can get out and start photographing again. I've had one shoot a couple weeks ago that went wonderful. And so, yes. So now, unless you have any questions, or are there questions in chat?
They're all very excited also for the Reality Asylum. And they're talking about, I don't know what is, the well-used octopus ink to sign. Like, okay. Sanity is optional here. Yes, that's true. And release the dancing monkeys in chat. Yeah, so.
And RB, no neurotic filters. Not today.
Well, that's what you think.
Oh no. Okay.
Also, I promised to talk about box blur.
Yes.
If we have time, of course. If we have time.
We will get into Photoshop in a moment. Yes. I'm keeping an eye on time.
You're such a pro.
Also, yeah, but is there a delivery coming? How close are they?
Well, not yet. We still have enough time. But if we're lucky, they don't. Because, I mean, chat, this is Adobe Live, so there are always at least two things happening. One, there's either construction going on outside, or there's a delivery coming. And today it's a delivery, so we're very excited to see when or if it's coming. All right. Okay, so. You all right?
All right, let's talk about the community really quick. So most of you in chat are part of the community challenge or the community project that I worked on. I did